after a very successful summer transfer window, if I say so myself, I think we are good enough to maybe try and qualify for Europe. Hello, welcome to part 8 of the King Power Project, and coming up in today's episode, we do have our first ever Premier League fixtures in charge of Leicester City, and they will be up against Leeds United and Crystal Palace. So since the last episode, nothing else has happened. Don't think we have any signings potentially happening. No one else has come in since the last episode, and I doubt no one else is going to come in between now. There might be one player joining. I doubt there will be a player joining us. I'm just kidding. Don't think there will be any more business. But before we do get going with our first Premier League game, just an update on the season preview. We are still predicted to finish 15th. We might move up towards the end of the transfer window. I don't think so, but that's where we're predicted. I wouldn't mind trying to finish mid-table, maybe having a push for Europe. If we can win the Premier League, great, because I don't think we're going to get in 5 seasons. We've got 4 seasons left in this 5-season challenge, so hopefully it's possible. I don't think so. Don't think it will be, but we'll see. So the lineup for our first game in the Premier League, this isn't set in stone, so we will have Stolarczyk in goal. Why Stolarczyk? Surely Tobias is much better. We'll go with Tobias this game. He could be we'll just keep him as a super keeper. Then we've got a back four, Shed Spence, obviously making his debut. Weeks face of Vestergaard and Christensen, same back four as last year, apart from Spence. Then we've got Skip at the base of the midfield. Seriously? We've got Eric Martel. Eric Martel is going to be playing. Obviously, Oliver Skip can be his backup. Then we've got Wilfred and Didi as the playmaker. Josh Da Silva as the Mazzala. Then we've got McAteer on the right. Mavididi on the left. Then we've got Patson Daka up front. Seriously? I mean, Seamer not fully fit, but he will come on in the second half, so I'm sure that lineup is fine. I'm sure we're going to walk the park with Leeds, so a win in this first game of the Premier League will be absolutely spectacular. If we can win all 38 games without any problems, great, that would be fantastic, but I don't think that's ever going to happen in all my years playing FM. I don't think we're going to win all 38 games in the Premier League. It'd be nice to, but I don't think it's going to happen this season. Mavididi has got the ball. He goes around. He tries to. He sort of beat the defender. Mavididi, Josh Da Silva with the strike. Obviously, the free transfer. He's been on. I think he's been a free agent for quite some time. I don't know if he was a free agent for all of last year, but that's a pretty impressive strike. I reckon he's going to score quite a few goals from that sort of range. Harrison. Head to sit clear, only as far as Mavididi on the centre circle. Come on, and Didi again. McAteer's got the ball on the right side, face. Got players looking ahead of him. He finds McAtee. This is looking very promising indeed. Vestergaard, now to Didi. I'm liking this passing play, but can we get the ball into the box, please? That's a poor pass. Should have potentially just hoofed up into the box, and that's a great block from Face. Not sure why we stopped playing there, but we do get it cleared. Only as far as Stack in the midfield, and unfortunately Jack Harrison has put the ball into the back of it to make it 1-0 to lead. It was such a positive start until a bit of sloppy pass here from Face. This route Face, I was planning on selling him in the summer, but unfortunately we decided to give him a new contract, so that's probably our first big mistake of the save, offering him a new contract, which obviously he did accept. Mavididi with a brilliant tackle. Now Daka's got the ball. Now to Ndidi. Spence crosses it, but fights McAtee. Oh, no, it's not McAtee. It's McAteer. McAtee plays for Man City or Sheffield United, whoever he plays for. McAtee whips in the corner. That's not bad, but couldn't quite get anyone's head onto it. And Face with the header inches wide past the post, nearly was the equaliser, but very unfortunate. We've got 10 minutes left to play of the first half. We do still trail 1-0 to Leeds United. Can we get an equaliser before half-time? Don't think it's going to happen, no. 1-0 half-time to Leeds. Not the best scoreline, but certainly is not the worst. So hopefully we can do a bit of improvement in the second half. We've got half and 40 minutes left to play. We'll probably give it 10 minutes. Probably give it another couple of minutes. Probably now. We'll probably make our first couple of changes. Mavididi is going to make way for Samuel Dozy. What's his best role? Winger. You are right-footed, so we'll just leave you as a inside forward. Josh De Silva, you can come on for Harry Winks, and I think Jed Spence also makes way for James Justin. Half an hour left to play. I think we are definitely good enough to grab the equaliser. We are just running out of time, which I'm slightly nervous about. We've got 15 minutes left to play. We don't look like getting an equaliser at all. In fact, we more look like getting conceding a second goal. 15 minutes left to play. Come on. Plenty of time to grab that equaliser goal. Not so much time to grab a second, but if we could just get an equalising goal, that would be absolutely fantastic. Justin has got the ball now to McAteer on the right hand side to Martel. Winks. This is lovely football. Martel Daka. Doze. Come on. Oh, cross it, please. Come on. Put the pressure on. Can we get in a tackle, please? Face just somebody. Get stuck in. Pyro crosses it, and that's a great save from Tobias. A very great save indeed. Right, we will make our last couple changes. Daka is going to make way for Abdullah Sima, and I think Martel also makes way for Oliver Skip with 10 minutes left to play. Leeds United have got to throw it in a very potentially dangerous area. Come on, they cross it in. Justin doesn't quite clear his lines, and it does fall to Gruev, who obviously puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-0 to Leeds. And I think we are going to be losing this first Premier League game of the season. It's not nice to lose your first Premier League game of the season. It's not part of my plans, but got 2 minutes left to play. A lot can change. We're not going to get an equaliser. We might get 1 goal back, but it's not going to be enough time to grab another 2 goals. Can we put the pressure on, please? We're not getting stuck in at all. Stack plays the ball to Harrison, now to Gruev. This is absolutely shocking. It's just too easy. It's too easy. I mean, what are we doing? Last year, we were absolutely romping it, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Clearly, I don't think this is the strongest 11. I think definitely Seaman probably starts in the next game, but yeah, that's just absolutely shocking. But hopefully, we can bounce back with a win against Crystal Palace. The lineup for our match against Crystal Palace will be Tobias in goal, back four, Jed Spence, David Sheeman making his debut. Then we've got Vestergaard and Christensen, Martel at the base of the midfield. Then we've got Ndidi and De Silva ahead of him. Then we've got McAteer on the right, Maradidi on the left. Then we've got Seema making his starting debut up front. Come on, lads. Let's hopefully get back to winning ways. Hopefully get the win we desperately need against Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace still have Mark Gahey, probably in his final year at Crystal Palace. No, he's actually signed a new contract. That's not very realistic, is it? He's not signed a new contract for them in real life. I'd love him to, but I don't think that's actually going to happen. Jed Spence has got the ball, goes into the Crystal Palace penalty area, and Seema puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 1. I tell you what, it's going to get confusing with Seema and Seema. Seema, they're going to be pronounced the same. So we've got David Seema, Abdullah Seema. Seema, is it Seema? It probably is Seema, but Seema. Oh, it's going to get confusing, this is, but Seema to Seema, that's a goal waiting to happen. And Commander has unfortunately put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0. So that's the equaliser for Crystal Palace. That was the lead held on to for about 5 minutes. That is just an absolute joke. Martel wins the ball back absolutely brilliantly. Mavididi tries to cut inside, but does get cut out by a Crystal Palace defender. Jess Spence to McAteer. Seema puts the ball into the back of the net, but I think it is going to be checked by VAR. I'm hopeful it's not offside. I hope it isn't. It is. Goal has been disallowed. How close was he to being offside? How close? Marginal. It's got a couple meters, but offside is offside at the end of the day in the Premier League. Doesn't matter how close you are, it's still going to be disallowed. Come on. 20 minutes left to play of the first half. We've not started badly. 3 shots to our target. Obviously, we have scored 1 goal, which is very good. Mavididi has the chance to put the ball into the box. He has a shot, actually, and it does skim the side netting. Nearly finds its way into the top right-hand corner, but just unfortunately just wide of the post. We've got 10 minutes left to play of this first half against Crystal Palace, where we do look. I think we will definitely grab a second goal. De Silva has got the ball. Now to Seema. This is looking very positive. If only that pass was a little bit more accurate. McAteer got to the ball. I reckon we would have had a chance to score a second goal there. But Munoz has got the ball. Can we just get it clear? We don't. And Eberechi Eze puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-1 to Palace. This season might be a lot more tricky than I thought. I don't know what's going to happen if we get to 10 games and we're bottom of the league. I might start to panic. This isn't part of a plan, but we struggled in the first month in the Championship, and look what happened there. I'm not saying we're going to win the Premier League this year, but you never know. But this is just absolutely awful. Christensen whips in the corner. Can we get the equaliser now? Seema with the header, but unfortunately couldn't quite get it into the back of the net. I think it was on target, but just a little bit lacking that bit of power behind the ball. Tobias has got the ball. Now to Vestergaard. Can we just get the ball upfield? Now Christensen has got the ball down the left-hand side. He had Mavididi ahead of him, but just a little too close to him, I think. And Jess Spence loses the ball quite easily. And Ketia now to Eze. We are absolutely shocking defensively. Absolutely shocking. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're being played out of the park here by Crystal Palace. Hughes whips in. Can we get it clear? We do. Now Mavididi had the chance to turn and go with a counter-attack, but it appears to me Football Manager has other ideas. Right, we've got half an hour left to play. Let's make a couple more changes. Mavididi is going to make way for Dozy. He could just be a box-standard ringer because I think that's what he does best. Josh De Silva is going to make way for Joe Bellingham for his debut. And I think Vestergaard also makes way for Caleb Akolai. Come on, half an hour left to play. I think we are definitely good enough to grab the equaliser. We just need to get one ideally as soon as possible. Job has got the ball. Now to Spence. This is looking very promising. Can he cross the ball? McAteer with the equaliser. There he is. Casey's on it again, like he did so many times last year. Comes up with the most important goals, and we are back level against Crystal Palace with 20 minutes left to play. There is time for a late winning goal. Hopefully not for Crystal Palace, and I think Tobias probably had that well covered, but it might have stuck into that top right corner. Thankfully it didn't. Thankfully it went wide. Right, we are going to make a couple more changes, and DD is going to make way for Oliver Skip, and I think for our final change will be Abdullah Seema off for Patson Daka, who's 2.5 stars of current ability. My God. My good God. Decent Championship player. Oh, I feel there is time before the transfer window does slam shut. I think Patson Daka's time might be coming to an end because he just hasn't been good. Job with the strike, it's a fingertip save from Dean Henderson, the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. And we do win ourselves a corner with 5 minutes left to play. Please don't go short, but I think we are going to. Job. My good God, that was absolutely awful. But is it a throw for us? I don't think it was. I think that was just a very bad pass from Bellingham. McAteer crosses it. Oh, who was that? Who was that with the header? I think that was Jess Spence at the back post, but couldn't quite get his header on target. But we are going to end this fixture against Crystal Palace with a 2-2 draw. Not the best result. I know we could perform a lot better, but oh, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. It really is. But at least we're not. At least we're not in the bottom three like Man United. That is hilarious. Man United in the bottom three. Albeit they did have Man City in the first game of the season. That is absolutely ridiculous. Birmingham makes return to English football. You barely play for Birmingham. Okay, 24 appearances, but yeah, I mean, you never played in the Premier League, but I think he did all right. He's still only 18. He will make mistakes, but he will get better as the season goes on. I just hope we win a few games before the next episode. Yikes, that's a scary run of games. Arsenal, Everton, Man United. Then we have an easy game against Ipswich. Then we have Tottenham, Liverpool, Man City. My good God, that is just absolutely ridiculous. Just some ridiculous hard games. I think we'll be lucky if we can get 20 points in this first half of the season. I think we'll be good. I think we'll be fine. As long as we get 40 points for the whole of the season, I think we'll be safe. If that doesn't happen, we might be facing a sack at the end of the season if we get relegated. What do the board actually want? Avoid relegation. I'm nervous. I'm nervous this year. So I think I'll probably play a whole bunch of games. I want to get this season kind of done in 4 episodes, so you'll probably end up seeing only 6 other Premier League fixtures. So I think we'll probably come back probably beginning of November. Hopefully we're like some of the way through the season. Ideally like 12, probably dozen games through the season. So we'll be playing our matches against Liverpool and Man City. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.